Welcome everybody back to the Buds podcast. Today we're gonna not be talking about the NFL. We're actually gonna be touching on the MLB a little bit. We're gonna be talking about when the season's gonna be starting. They're gonna be changing the divisions possibly, and we're gonna touch a little bit on the off season, and we're gonna say who we think kind of won the off season and lost the off season. We're not gonna go too in depth on that because we're 3 months off of that. So. You good, Joe?
What is he doing?
Okay, so first topic we're going to just talk about the MLB offseason just to get that out of the way. So I think we kind of narrowed down who we thought kind of won the offseason, lost the offseason. I'm going to say who we had won it, and then we'll kind of go over those teams there.
We want to go losers first.
The White Sox. We want the losers first?
Yeah, I want the losers first.
You can't just interrupt the man 24.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering, like, you don't usually do
can.
winners first.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll do the losers. We had the Rockies, the Astros, the Indians, the Red Sox, and the Cubs. And I'll let Moore kind of just address some of those teams real fast here.
Yes.
Yeah, as the biggest loser, well, I guess it's not really in order, but we have the Astros who are on screen right now. I mean, what is there to not say?
I mean,
Lost Cole, lost Hinch, lost
basically
everything.
have an asterisk
They have
by
like no
their
pen.
World Series championship.
The pen's at.
No, they actually lost a few relievers. One of them went to the Dodgers, or no, the Nationals. Will Harris.
Look at that fool.
Yeah, they have a fifth starter. I think Josh James is made up. I think he pitched like four games last year.
Their pitching's downgraded.
It's basically just their pitching that they.
I mean,
they
biggest Justin Verlander fan out there, but at 35, coming off, he just had surgery and still being the ace.
Wouldn't he be out when the season started?
Yeah, I think so. Well, they're saying like he was only going to take a month to rehab, but with Greinke as the 2 and then Lance McCullers coming back from Tommy John, it's a little sus.
Yeah. So I mean, the Astros are a question mark right now with their pitching rotation, basically. Yeah, cheaters.
So we can
and
make
then
it
we'll
through
roll
without
into the
saying
next
that.
cheaters. We got the Boston Red Sox.
Alex
Their
Verdugo's a god.
their manager is gone too.
They're just a dumpster fire.
Is their ace went 2-27 in the Players League in the show? So that's that.
That's not a good indication.
Will you look at that right fielder? That man's a god.
They lost one of their best, one of the best outfilders in baseball right now.
Which by the way, they didn't have to trade at the time.
They didn't
have to.
They didn't honestly care. I mean,
Yeah, they're just like fucking shit.
It kind of tore up their rotation too with David Price. I don't know. I didn't know that they signed Colin McHugh until now, but it looks like he's also
their
hurt.
rotation's big
Bro,
sus.
that's like a 7 ERA right there.
Who's Ryan Weber?
Without Sale,
I think he's like 30.
Is trash.
I think
Brad's
Ryan
brother.
Weber's like 38 years old. Highlight of the Red Sox is getting Verdugo and, of course, Jeter Downs, but he's not going to be there. So
I mean, the Red Sox at this point are just living in the past, just like this next team, the Chicago Cubs. haven't had anything really since that World Series championship.
they did
And,
nothing
I
this
mean,
offseason.
It's a good rotation.
Basically, at
Good
this,
rotation.
the Red Sox at
Darvish
the Cubs at this point are just a team that their salary cap is going up and they're aging young stars.
And they lost Castellanos,
who was
and they're
their
going to have
second
to.
baseman last year?
Who was it?
It wasn't Nico.
I think it was Ian Happ, and then they moved him out to center field now or something.
Yeah,
I actually don't know.
Center field.
I think it's Ian. I think it was Ian Happ or Bodie.
They got Kimbrel back.
I feel like that. I don't know because Bodie was playing third for a while.
Yeah,
He looks like he plays it.
yeah, he plays everywhere really. But I mean, they're probably end up trading Chris Bryant.
We'll just move to the next team.
Yeah, let's
here.
go on
Who
to the
is
next
Roman Wick? Who is Roman Wick?
It sounds like some superhero name or something.
All right. For the next team.
Let's move. Let's move to the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, the Indians.
With their no moves off season.
Well, they made a few
that
they made a few. They didn't make any good ones though.
They got rid of their former ace.
Traded Kluber for a bag of peanuts, and who was it that they got from the Rangers?
They got Delino DeShields.
Yeah, Delano DeShields,
Yeah.
and who was the other one? It was why is he not even on there?
Be some minor league player.
No, it's that left-hander, that power
Is
hitter.
it? Wait, no, never mind. I was about to say Domingo Santana.
It's not Mazzara. Mazzara's on the White
Yeah,
Sox.
he's on the White Sox. They
Arroyo?
got no. Who is the dude?
Probably some random.
Yeah.
No, it was
probably
it was the guy that started in like right field for them for the Rangers last year. They gave up on him.
Well, there's no one here. So.
Yeah, I don't get why he's not on there.
Well,
I mean,
there was
wasn't
no
the
one over
Shields on the Rangers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Shields was on Texas.
It was Kluber was dealt to the Rangers for outfielder Delino DeShields and pitcher Emmanuel Clace.
I swear they got somebody else.
So we
Better
had
your
false.
baseball.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm thinking of the guy that went to the White Sox. I'm sorry.
All right, whatever. Indians. Okay.
So Indians made no moves, just like the Colorado Rockies, which is on.
And they don't move yet. The Indians also talked about trading Lindor, and they didn't do that either.
Yes,
So
sir.
they're kind of just chilling there with that.
Go
But yeah,
away.
move on to the Rockies, who also
I'll
didn't
get-
trade their star.
Just
Chief,
get to
put
the
the arms
Rockies.
down. Put the arms down. Put the arms down. We don't want to look at that. Put them down. That looks so weird. Put them down. As I was saying, the Rockies did absolutely nothing. But how I just said Lindor, they messed around with trading him. The Rockies did the same thing with Arenado. They did nothing but make him mad. He said that he wanted to be traded because they didn't have a team around him. And all they did was sign Ubaldo Jimenez, who isn't even listed on this depth chart.
Ubaldo
So
still
that's how you know.
plays?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he just made a comeback. He's not even on this depth chart. They brought him back. And for what reason, who knows? But that's why I don't blame Arenado for wanting to get out of
They
there.
still don't got any pitching either.
No.
I mean, their pitching been horrible for like the past 3 years.
Murphy's kind of washed now.
Brian Shaw, Jake McGee, and Wade Davis are all like 48 years old each. So
They need to
And
rebuild.
Ian Desmond.
Ian Desmond's been around forever. I mean, when you're still starting Tapia in left field, it's a little sus too. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's really going on there. They made the playoffs a few years ago,
Also-
and now they're just this.
Also, they have 4 catchers. I guess you need a
Best-
four. I guess you need a 4th string catcher
And your best
now.
one's Tony Walters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, seems saucy
Who's
now, man.
not even a number one on any team.
Yeah.
He's a AAA starter
I
in
mean-
every other team.
So
they didn't
I-
really fix their team at all.
So with our Arenado, a team he was supposed to go to was the White Sox, right? They were reporting that like
Kind
mid
of.
off season, correct?
Kind of. It was more the Rangers or Cardinals or someone else.
I just.
I
knew
mean,
he was
either
supposed-
way,
I
he's
thought he was-
still there, and he's very unhappy.
So I mean, we can move to our winners,
Winners.
column now, which has
I'm
the Reds, White Sox, Dodgers, and Diamondbacks, and we can start off with the White Sox here since we were kind of talking about them
Yeah.
there. They added a lot.
Some could say they had a monster offseason. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like flashy signings, but they had a really good one. Bring-
First pitching, they get
Yeah.
Dallas Keuchel.
And Gio Gonzalez.
Yeah.
They brought
Keuchel did pretty good for the Braves last year.
They brought in Edwin Encarnacion.
And Kelvin Herrera, too.
No more Mazzara.
Cishek.
Uh,
They brought in
Yasmani
Grandal.
Grandal.
They signed
That's a pretty good line.
Jose Abreu to a big 3-year contract.
got Manara.
They got
Mazzara.
They got a good young lineup.
Yeah.
A few
Oh,
players.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they're 1 and 2 with the Twins in the Central. You can't go with either one. I think you have to give the White Sox a little bit of an advantage on the pitching side, but either way, they're 1 and 2. I know Brady doesn't like that, but I think the White Sox have better pitching than the Twins do.
Yeah, I mean they got some young pitchers here.
Yeah. I mean, Lucas Giolito's pretty good. And,
After
I
a
mean-
rough start, he did good last year.
Yeah.
And now that they have a lineup, Colome is going to be more of a factor, and he's still real good. So
Yeah.
I think everything's going to work out for them.
They definitely could be a wild card team.
Yeah.
100%.
I think.
Yeah, I think
them bringing in.
I think that they get wild card.
Yeah,
What were you going to say, Andrew?
but I said I think them bringing in their pitchers and then signing their young guy to the 5-year deal was a really good move for them. It really deepened that position for them.
Oh yeah, and they'll have
but
Nick
we can-
Madrigal starting at second base finally, so they'll have him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's mint.
finally good.
Yeah.
I'm fine
But
with
we
MBR.
can move on to the Arizona Diamondbacks here, which brought in a big pitcher themselves, in Bumgarner. Probably I would say
really-
second biggest pitcher in free agency.
Yeah. Looking at their lineup on paper right here, it's not that flashy, but I just really liked the offseason that they had.
I mean,
They got their center
I
fielder,
mean, it
Starling
kind of is
Marte.
flashy because didn't they just get Eduardo Escobar on my trip?
I mean,
They got him a
they
few
brought in
years
Cole
ago.
Calhoun too.
yeah, they had him.
Was he
Yeah,
on
they brought
Cole
in-
Calhoun. I mean,
Brought in Bumgarner, Calhoun, Starling Marte. I think that's it.
Yeah,
But
but
no, I think
those
there was
three-
somebody else.
those
was like
three
an underrated
signings
thing.
alone filled in spots that they needed.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're
Yeah.
the only thing that's hurting them is they're in the West, so they might be a wild card team, but I still think that they
doubt
can
it.
make some noise.
I mean, they're on the uprise, but I don't think they're a wild card team.
they got
I mean,
some
they
relief
got-
pitchers
Maybe.
that are
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe.
their bullpen's a little weird.
some no names that I don't really know of, but
Yeah.
I mean, they got a Marte Parte.
Mm-hmm.
2 Marte Partes.
I don't. I think their outfield will be pretty good. Cole Calhoun's a really good defender. Starling Marte.
Only if Lamb was
Peralta's-
still nice. I remember
Peralta's
Lamb
a
was
solid guy.
Lamb's
fell
back
off.
up third base and first base.
Yeah, I would start Lamb at first base. I don't know much about Christian Walker.
I don't
but
think
I would
Lamb's
put
that
Lamb there.
I think Walker did good last year though.
I think he did. I think that's why they're putting
He
him
hit
there.
like 20-something home runs or something.
I kind of put them as the same range as the Angels, but better. Like they don't have that much flash, but they'll definitely be better than the Angels. That I needed to mention the Angels, but you know,
You
Yeah.
give me 1 second right here. Walker last year had 29 home runs, 73 RBIs. He
See, almost
batted
at 30.
259.
wasn't he like a
Was-
rookie or something though? Like second year. I feel like he's an old rookie.
This would be that last year was his 5th year in the MLB.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah,
his
he's been playing for the Diamondbacks.
His first full year though, because he played 6 games, 7 games, 11 games, 37, and then 152.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, he
So
wasn't
it's
going to play
his
when
first
Goldschmidt
time.
was there anyway, so
Yeah,
that's why.
but I think staying on the West Coast, we can take a look at the Dodgers. Which
Yeah.
what got our boy Mookie from
Jesus Christ.
Boston.
If they don't win, it's a problem. I still
I
don't
mean,
want them to,
It's a
but
lefty-heavy
they have a
lineup, too.
serious issue. Yeah,
It's one lefty-heavy lineup. I just looked at that.
and I mean, it's a
They're deep at
lefty-handed.
every position.
It's a left-handed.
Trinan.
Yeah, they just signed him. It's a
out
left-handed
to the
heavy
backup.
rotation too.
Catcher.
They have 4 left-handed starters and Walker Buehler.
I don't agree with how ESPN put Kershaw over Bueller. I think.
Yeah,
Buehler's
I want
Kershaw.
to. I want to do that
that's
either.
true. I mean,
But
that's
it's just
still, like,
Kershaw, so they have to slob around him.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the best rotation.
I mean, the regular season, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but
No, you just can't go
I mean,
wrong
honestly-
with their lineup.
Yeah, they got probably one of the best lineups in the MLB.
Yeah.
right
This is an all-star team.
it's
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's the most complete team.
They're the deepest team out there. I mean, their bullpen.
Someone's gonna be batting
Weird.
7th. That could be like in any
it's like-
team's like top 4.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah,
literally have
You got
they have
AJ
AJ
Pollock as a
Pollock
backup.
bench. I was about to say.
Yo, and Chris Taylor, he used to start for them. He's
Yeah.
now on the bench, and Kike Hernandez. They're just so deep.
And now they just got good depth with them too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, Jock
Yeah, like,
Peterson
most of
might
these
feel a little
guys could be
salty that he
starters.
was traded, but now he's back. What are you gonna say, Andrew?
I was going to say most of these guys could be like the Tigers. I would love to have AJ Pollock. I would love to have Kiki Hernandez, but we're the Tigers, so
Yeah, these are all
that sums
stars.
that up. Yeah,
They're winning over 110 games.
Only problem is
105.
they have the two biggest playoff choker starters in Kershaw and Price.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why I hope they do bad still.
So I don't know
Because
how
if
they do in a
I
series.
mean,
They might cancel each other out though.
They'll.
that is.
I
true.
mean, they'll get like 110 wins in the regular season, but
Walker Buehler's back's gonna hurt in the playoffs. That's all.
But you know, one thing they'll never be is the Bomba Squad.
They don't have to worry about that because they won't be in the World Series.
Okay, so
Next,
let's move on to the
Okay.
Reds.
Okay.
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 the Reds
Let's
we
go.
go.
The Reds, which
they also had a really good offseason.
They probably had the best offseason with the moves they made because they made a lot of moves.
That's an underage. That rotation's underrated. I mean, that
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
they added
Especially number 4.
Wade Miley, who, Wade Miley was a serviceable fourth starter for the Astros. He didn't play much in the playoffs, but
Trevor Bauer's third.
yeah,
Trevor Bauer's
I'd
like
put him fifth.
sure,
but I don't like him, so-
Gray, he's still.
5th.
You got Moustakis at second base.
Yeah, I think they
Moustakis
signed
the last
Pedro
couple
Strop.
years.
Yeah, and that pen goes
Yeah,
deep
Stroke, they
too.
got him.
You got Amir Garrett, Strope, and Lorenzo.
And don't forget Lorenzen can hit too.
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
Yeah,
Brought in Moustakis. They needed that. No more Freddie Galvis. Well, actually, Freddie Galvis is shortstop. Never mind.
I mean,
Yeah.
Galva's there for his fielding.
I mean,
and then they
honestly-
got Shogo Akiyama.
yeah, the Red Sox
Positive.
are. The Reds are pretty deep too. Like again, not flashy deep, but they got some vets that know what they're doing.
They have the
Tucker
Wink on the
Barnhart
bench.
won the Gold Glove. He won the Gold Glove a few years ago, so he's just there to catch the ball. But other
And
than
the
that-
Wink's
They
on
got
the
a lot of
bench,
good
too.
hitters.
Wait, Aquino's on the bench?
Yeah, I was gonna say that guy. He's on there. Like I think he starts. I think he starts over Shogo. I think they're just putting him there because of the hype.
Yeah, probably.
But they're pretty
but
deep
overall,
too.
The Reds probably, if we were ranking these teams, the Reds were in the 1-2. I would say personally.
The disrespect though that they're putting Derek Dietrich, the fifth second baseman on the team after he just started last year, is pretty bad.
Because they gave him a
And-
minor league deal back.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And Michael Lorenzen is the
He is
fifth
older.
center fielder.
Yeah, I guess he can play
So-
there if he comes in as a pinch
I
hitter.
guess Michael Lorenzen's doing everything for him.
Yeah.
I think they'll be good in the Central.
If they play.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story.
And the last one we have
Okay,
is the Yankees,
and
of course.
New York Yankees.
Don't let the shirt fool you. I just put it on.
Yeah, this was our question mark out of the 5.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
question.
this was our
It's
question
not-
mark. And the only
I
reason
personally
they're on
wouldn't
here
put
is
him as a
because of
winner.
Mr. Green.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're,
I wouldn't. I
mean-
wouldn't put them as a winner myself. I'd just say they were decent because they didn't do anything besides
Yeah.
pay a guy $300 million for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
And then they lost a bullpen arm,
speak to him.
and they still have Tuchman, whatever the heck his name is, still starting. So
Yeah, but like, I mean, he was like, he was pretty good last. But they have Andujar on the bench. Jeez.
yeah, they got him on the bench because they were trying to move him to left field. They were playing him there in spring
They have a
training.
lot of injury-prone players.
And Clint
Yeah,
Frazier.
they're gonna-
I mean,
I
They're
mean-
definitely going to lead the league in disabled list time
and,
again
and,
this
and
year.
strikeouts for
oh yeah,
batting.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Their-
got Voit,
their bullpen-
Sanchez.
Their bullpen has usually been their calling card is full of old men now.
Yeah.
Besides Chapman.
I mean, I don't think you got one young guy in there at all.
No,
I think
Chad
yeah,
Green's probably the youngest.
And I think he's not that young anymore.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Gio Urshela had a really good year last year, but the fact that he's starting over Miguel Andujar says something about Miguel Andujar. He's not what they think that he is.
Yeah, Chad Green is their youngest bullpen pitcher, and he's 28 years old.
Wow.
So that tells you. All right, there.
I mean,
But I mean, also that's kind of good that I mean, they have veterans there, but you kind of want young guys there too.
Their rotation is just as old. Besides,
Well,
outside
I
of
mean-
Cole and Tanaka's in his 30s too. I
Well,
think Montgomery is the youngest one there, and he's
I
coming
mean-
off of Tommy John.
they're a win now team, so
Yeah, that's basically
yeah,
what they're.
They'll make the ALCS and lose again.
yeah.
Yeah, if they do make it to the World Series, play the Dodgers, they get beat bad.
Yeah, because
I mean, if the Dodgers make it, of course.
I don't know,
but-
like I feel like because their like lineup has a lot of young players, or players that are like first or second year in the league. I just don't feel like
the Yankees,
Yeah, like
they have
Hodgman
Touchman, and that's it.
and Voit. I don't think Voit has been there for that long.
Boy's been there since like 2017, so he's got some years under his belt.
I mean, yeah, I'm just
But, yeah.
I mean,
can see
they
that.
got a win now team basically, and adding Garrett Cole was just solidifying that win now mentality.
I mean, outside of Garrett Cole, though, I don't like their rotation still. I mean,
Oh,
maybe
I mean,
Tanaka,
yeah.
but everything else is garbage.
and like when you're in win now, you like overpay for people because you're not always going to be in win
Or-
now.
Or if you're just the Yankees.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're the Yankees, you think you have the money and you pay a guy for how many years? 9 years?
Yeah,
Yeah, 9 years. So
that's some Angels stuff. Them being just as dumb, but that's okay.
They'll probably
do you
sign
mean?
someone again next
I mean-
year for $500 million.
we won't go into that.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. I was-
They'll give Garrett Cole an unnecessary extension after he wins his first game worth $500 million. But I think that's the breakdown of the rank of the off seasons.
Wait.
So moving on, reports came out today on Tuesday that there's a possibility that there's going to be three divisions in the new season with a shortened season, and each division will have 10 teams in it. They're going to be the East, West, and Central. So kind of geographically, teams will be placed into each division. It's reported that each team would play only the teams in their division, and the season would be about 80 to 100 games is what they're reporting, which I think I like the game or how many games there's going to be, but used on that they would only play the teams in their division, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be dumb.
I still
I
get how
don't
the playoff format would be.
Yeah, like I mean, I think it'd be top 4 of each division.
I was gonna say the only thing I can think of is top 4.
Yeah, top 4.
Yeah, because
In
what
each-
they
in
said is that
each side.
they're
Or-
going to expand the playoffs too with neutral site locations.
Actually, no. What I could see him doing, I could see him doing top 12, like the whole league, like not even division, just top
Well-
12 of the whole league.
Well, how many teams are usually in the playoffs in total?
12, right?
12
No, 10.
or 8,
No.
10.
10, something like that.
Yeah, 10.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
because you have
count
your
it.
2 wild card and then
I mean, what
Wait.
they could do is just top 3. Top 3 of every single one is your division winners, and you don't have to play a wild card game, and then the people with the 2 highest records will be wild card teams, and those could be
How
both
would you
in the
get
same.
wild card?
Well, like say if
Okay,
like
so it's 10 teams, yeah. It's 10 teams.
Yeah.
to make it.
I don't know.
Oh, this just seems confusing.
Yeah, I don't.
or they could
But
do it kind of like they could do it like an NBA format almost.
Dude, let's just do a March Madness.
Like Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like kind of do like a bracket format like the NBA does, and put the best people that made the playoffs and the worst people that made. Don't do all 30 teams though. I feel like that's too excessive.
I just
Yeah.
want to know. I want to know if they do this. Do they play American League rules or National League? Because if you have American League and National League teams mixed, what are you doing? I'd
Yeah,
assume
because,
they'd go
like-
American League.
Problem. No, I'd say
Because-
nationally because not every team has a DH just sitting there.
yeah, but you got people on the
But
bench.
not
I think they go
every team
American
has a
League.
pitcher that can hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they'd
Yeah,
go
They-
American
yeah,
League.
they can
yeah,
go
but
American League.
I don't know. I think they'll National League in my opinion.
And
Because, like,
anybody
when you
can
look-
find a DH. Like it's just a guy who hits. You should have that on your bench, and if you're an MLB.
And yeah,
roster.
National League teams are geared to like their
Yeah,
teams built on
pinch
their
hitter.
bench. So
Because when you look at the divisions, almost they're all split half National League, half AL. Basically.
Wait,
So-
it's each East, and West, and Central in each conference.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't
each league.
like the Pittsburgh Pirates are in the East. It's like
I'm in the Central.
Yeah, in the Central with the Cubs.
no, yeah, no, but I'm saying
Oh yeah, they are putting the.
Oh,
They did
yeah.
put them in the East.
I don't know.
But yeah, but they're a lot more east than.
I
a lot
was gonna
of
say. I think
Central.
it is like regionally. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it
they're
would
kind of going more geographically because I think what they're gonna do.
because
I feel like
Yeah.
they're gonna play at neutral site locations for all
Yeah.
these games. So they're probably gonna get in like a couple states around this area and be like, "You're playing here and only here."
I don't know.
Well,
You might be reaching though, because
just-
the way I look at it, Pirates are kind of closer to the Central than the,
That's what I
the
was-
Braves are.
That's what I was just about to say. I was gonna say it's kind of weird to go from Minnesota to Atlanta, but
Got to put a team easy for the Yankees to beat.
The real question is there going to be fans?
No, there'll be no fans.
Yeah, I
No.
don't-
No.
Fans for a long time.
It'll, like I feel like there'll be no fans, but the TV ratings will be off the chart, especially if they
Yeah.
do these new divisions.
oh yeah,
especially
MLB at bat would go crazy.
Well, I think
people
this would
buying
be the
that.
most. I think this would be one of the most interesting, like baseball seasons, because I feel like every time like the baseball season starts, like okay, I'm gonna watch more baseball this year, and then by game like 110, I just like lose. I just like don't really care that much.
It also depends
think-
on if your team's good or not.
That
Yeah.
that is also another thing, but I mean, I feel like
Like
having
if,
100 games is better than having 182.
if you're watching the Tigers and Orioles the past 3 years, you only care about the first 10 games and you're good to go.
Yeah, you care about the first 10 games when they go on like a 5-game winning streak and then they suck for the rest of the year.
What, would each team have to play like each team like 11 times then?
Yeah, like,
around
I
that?
don't- That'd be weird.
I would
something.
assume so.
I mean, they already play their division that many times. Oh, more than that many times as it is.
Yeah, they
Like,
play them like 16, I
schedule.
think, right? 16, 20s?
something
I wonder how
close to
the
that. Yeah.
schedule. I don't know.
I think it's, I don't know.
They would probably just play 3-game sets, a day or two off to travel, and then just keep going the 3-day. Just keep circling around. I would assume.
Probably, yeah.
Or if they're all in same places, I could see them doing double headers.
Yeah,
What-
definitely.
Aren't they all in like the same state though in each division?
That's what I'm wondering.
Like, that's where
They wouldn't
they're
have enough
playing.
places to play. That would take forever
Yeah.
to get the season
Yeah.
through.
See, you know what they could do is they could go to Chicago for the Central at least. For the West, go to LA, and then for the East, go to New York. 2 stadiums each.
They
That's
can only
true.
play at
Yeah.
college stadiums as there's no fans. They just need
I was
a
going to say
ballpark.
minor league. They
Or
got a better chance
minor
of playing
league,
minor
yeah.
league than college.
I mean, yeah. I think I'd rather see them go to Arizona for the East and go to New York, and then I think they'd go
Yeah.
to Arizona over New York and risk anything.
Yeah, it depends
there.
on when the season starts too. Over there, or like the Central, the East, or East and Central, they'd have to go out west to play.
Yeah, they were. I don't
For the
think
weather
you
gets
would
bad.
see them. I think the East and the Central. I think you'd see a lot of players be, or a lot of teams be in the spring training stadiums. I don't see it.
I mean, for East, they could always
I mean,
go to Florida.
yeah, I
They
was-
could.
I was
I mean,
gonna
for
say
the
that.
East, they can always go to Georgia, South Carolina.
They
They
don't
can go to
mess-
some places that haven't been hit
I mean,
really hard by
There's
the
definitely
virus.
going to be one team in Arizona. I mean, there's only one conference in Arizona. Just probably going to be the West.
I mean, you could even justify 2 conferences, 2 of those in Arizona, because there's a lot of stadiums there.
Yeah, that's true.
But I looked it up now, and it says they'd be in their home field, so maybe they're actually gonna go like to each.
I
city.
mean,
Oh,
they
they're
could
gonna
do that because
travel.
there's. I mean, yeah, but
because they're just in a
Yeah, but
section to play.
it's yeah, but they have like private planes and shit. So
Yeah,
it's not like
They're
they're
all
traveling with other
close.
people.
they're all playing in their own section of the country, so like they're not going too far.
Yeah,
they're
it's
not going
true. I
across
mean-
the country.
Yeah, they could play.
Atlanta
it.
to Minnesota is not a.
But I still feel like
That's not a quick trip.
Well, yeah. I
Well,
mean, it
yeah.
wouldn't be in a normal series either, but
I
it's
like
better
it,
than
though.
going
It's
from.
a lot less traveling though. I agree.
It's better than going from New York to LA for a series.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, the flight be like Texas to California.
Yeah. I don't know. Something. It
Like
would
the
be
West
something
is gonna be
close.
the
The-
most traveled like division.
Yeah, the West
Yeah.
is definitely the most traveled division because they're it's based. I mean, when you look at it, it's California and Texas.
Yeah,
And then
and
you
Colorado
got
and Seattle.
you got a couple states in between, and then you got Seattle all the way up in the corner.
And honestly, like if you look at those, each three of the divisions, they're all competitive. Like there's not just like one monster team who's going to tear them up, or two teams who's going to just destroy everybody.
Yeah, because when you look at it for the Central, you got the Reds, Minnesota, and the White Sox,
And possibly the Brewers, Cardinals, the Braves, like.
And then
you're slotting the Tigers, Indians, and Royals at the bottom, no matter what. So everybody else is going. And the Cubs. Everybody else is going crazy
Tigers,
for it.
like 50 losses right there.
Yeah,
The Central seems like the most even division.
Yeah, because you're gonna have half and half. The White Sox, Brewers, Cardinals, Reds, Twins, Braves all make the playoffs. Well, no, that's too many teams. Anyway, they're fighting for it.
Yeah, and then like you look at. Because then you look at the West, you got the Dodgers, Angels, and then Astros.
I don't think the Angels are Angels aren't making it in the American League West, not making it in the whatever West this is either.
Don't
that's
sleep on
true.
Oakland.
And then,
I think the Padres have a better chance than the Angels.
And then I feel like for the East, you're giving the Yankees an easy route.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Nationals come back, the Phillies can compete with them. The Rays, even the Blue Jays could make it.
You're gonna miss one team.
If they're decent.
Everybody's beating the Orioles, the Pirates, and the Marlins in that division, and the Red Sox. And a lot of them are splitting with the Mets. Let's just be honest here.
That's facts. Yeah, like they'll
they're probably splitting as much with the Blue Jays too.
Yeah, I say that fourth team, if it's top four, make it.
But just lag out.
What?
Did we just lag out, or did I lag?
You lag.
Probably you.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know how we're gonna say that we're gonna cut it.
I forgot what I was saying now. Damn it.
No, here I can just continue it.
Yeah, you
but I feel like the most competitive division out of these three is going to be the Central. They have the most that could possibly make it to the playoffs, depending on whatever the playoffs.
I feel like the West.
Really?
I can't wait to watch the Marlins and Orioles play each other.
I mean, like
That's gonna be a game.
in the West, you got that. I mean, these are all good teams. Astros, Rangers, Rockies are pretty good. Diamondbacks, Padres, they have a lot of young players, athletic.
That's what I'm saying. Like each of these divisions are top heavy for sure. But
yeah.
I mean, where you could single out the most is probably the East. I feel like
you have the bad teams that you already know are going to be at the bottom, regardless of who they play.
Yeah, I feel like the East has the most question marks with who can make it out of there.
Yeah, but with the West, you already know it's gonna be the Dodgers and the Astros and the two others.
I mean, Dodgers, Astros battling each other all year.
Exactly.
That's something crazy.
That's
Dodgers
there already.
Dodgers A's might even be a little bit better. I feel like the Dodgers overpower them anyway, just because they're an all-star team.
Dodgers overpower every team.
Yeah.
Probably every team in the league. I mean, they should.
I mean, I don't really know how I feel about it. I mean, I would have to see it like happen because I don't know how I'd feel about like the Mets versus the Orioles, like 11 or so times.
It's gonna take time to get used to.
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna know like divisions at all.
And I mean, it will definitely give them this whole season is going to give them a format of new ideas they could use going forward.
Yeah, I mean, this is way better than having no season. So if this is the only way we could have it, then
I'll definitely take this. I'll always remember that there was something weird like this that happened if it does.
And I mean, the fact is, because they also came out with this today. I think it was Ken Rosenthal. He said that the season might not even start till mid-June, but their target is opening day on July 4th, which I think that's amazing.
Nothing more American.
So when would the season end?
November, December.
We're gonna get Snow World Series games.
I'm down for that. I'm down for it.
I mean, they're not playing the game, but
you can't even play in the rain. We get play in the freaking snow.
We get Thanksgiving / Black Friday baseball games. Like, come on.
Here, I got
You'll have the
Like-
NFL, MLB, and NBA all at once.
That would be something.
There'd be like a World Series in like Colorado or Minnesota, even though
Yeah, no. This is what Ken
those teams don't make
Rosenthal
it
tweeted out.
there, but
He said the most realistic time range for opening day is somewhere between mid-June and July 4th. Officials would allow an 80 to 100 game regular season with scheduling running through October. An expanded postseason at neutral site location would happen with World Series ending in late November, early December. So they would have neutral site locations for all of the postseason, basically, which I would assume it would be in only warm weather.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see a snow game, but
I know, that would be amazing. I played in snow before. I want to see a World Series in snow. That's
See,
just
that would be interesting because it would bring a whole new aspect to the game. Like it's snowing and you're trying to catch a white ball.
it's hard. It's
you'll
crazy.
lose the ball.
It would be like a whole different aspect to like a sunny game, a snowy game. Like you can't wear sunglasses to block out the snow.
And you just straight up don't want to be there.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna be wearing like 5 layers.
If like LA had to play in the snow,
They'd
Oh,
cry.
Yeah,
they'd cry.
That'd be
They
kind
would-
of funny.
they
They'd
would
be
demand
going
them to
from
go.
like 56 degrees and sunny, and then like -20 and
It would be
more than 56.
It would be a weird
They're
World
going
Series.
70s.
It would definitely bring an interesting. I lost the word I was trying to say, but it would definitely
Also-
bring. Go ahead.
Pitching would be
Oh
at
my
an
god!
all-time crazy level.
And
Trying to
even
throw in
hit,
snow
too.
or cold weather.
And to hit too.
There would be a lot of pine
pitchers,
tar.
Pitchers wouldn't have a good grip on the ball.
Yeah, the ball's dead at that time of the year, coming off the bat, and
Yeah.
you can't hold the ball when it's snowing.
I mean,
It's crazy.
I feel like it'd just be a bunch of walks, like because number one, it's hard to hit the ball in the snow. It just is.
Oh, a batter might get snow in their eyes. They can't see the ball.
But I definitely think that they're playing Miami if it's in the east.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But
like in Florida.
if it's somewhere that's not the west.
Miami.
Yeah, or they would probably try to play in like Tampa Bay. 'Cause they
I
have
was gonna say Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay is just so terrible. Nobody wants to go there. I don't think they would do it.
But
I mean, I think they would do the early rounds.
They're
Yeah, they do
definitely
the
gonna
early
somewhere
rounds
in
there.
Florida.
I mean, the domes
definitely
that they
somewhere in
have
Florida.
there are Toronto, Tampa, and Miami.
They
They're
do
not
the
going
early
to
rounds
Canada.
there,
Yeah,
but
probably Canada.
they do the early rounds at Tampa Bay, but the attendance is so bad in Miami. I mean, Tampa Bay too, that they could use it, but I don't see them playing very far in Tampa Bay. Nobody wants to be there.
Yeah, Miami was definitely a place that like is like when this all started. They're like, if there's gonna be a neutral site location, Miami is gonna be the World Series.
Yeah.
Like
I-
I think that MLB is
Sure.
dead centered on Miami being the neutral site location for the World Series, no matter what,
Mhm.
because it's just they like the park and
I think they're going Miami and Arizona.
And
Unless they go-
World
unless they
Series
go to Cali.
celebrations.
I feel like it's a good environment down there too for a World Series.
yeah. They've
Bet the
never been able to
Marlins
compete
would never
with one.
get
Yeah,
that
but the
for, like,
Marlins- yeah,
20
there's no
years.
The Marlins are 2 for 2 in their franchise and going to the World Series. So, 2 for
They
2,
have-
even
once
making the
they-
playoffs. Even making the playoffs, they're 2 for
but,
2.
but
so.
Miami Marlins.
Yeah, not the Florida Marlins, the Miami Marlins. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be an interesting season ahead of us, I think.
I just want to see it
Hopefully we
happen,
get
and no
one.
matter what it is.
Yeah, hopefully we get one.
Yeah, because right now there's speculations that, I mean, that all sports could. I mean, football is gonna be delayed probably. They're saying it's probably gonna be delayed. That baseball might be canceled too. I mean, they don't want to cancel it, but they might have no choice.
Baseball, I heard, wants to try and go back early May to mid-May to get like players back in like.
I think they play it somehow. We're
Yeah.
getting better all together, like in general as the country. I think they play it somehow, some
Yeah, but-
variation.
I think they
some
try to
variation
play
they
it.
play.
Yeah, but this is another thing. What is that gonna do to the rest of the seasons like coming up? Like, how are they gonna? Are they just gonna alter the whole season? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, if it
until gets
ends in
fixed.
December, I mean,
no,
baseball
It'd be a
doesn't need
short
a
off
April.
season.
yeah. Baseball doesn't need a long recovery time. I mean, for injuries, but
It-
like they can have a
It-
quicker turnaround than normal just to keep it on pace.
They'd probably just make it a shorter spring training.
Yeah,
Or cut spring training down.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
I think what they were
Like 2
talking about,
weeks.
this was a couple weeks ago, but they were talking about when they come back, they would play have each team play like 5 to 10 spring training games just to get players back in game.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
You can't just go in
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah. So that they would
I think
start in,
even
like,
more.
May.
I think I think their main worry is pitchers because
Yeah.
you can't just throw them back out. So
Oh,
it'd be
no.
whenever they're ready.
And most pitchers don't have the facilities in their house to keep going. Like they have to be able to go to like team facilities to keep them in game ready shape.
I mean, Joe Kelly does have a big net. He didn't hit the net, but
He also
least
has a
he's got
hole in his
that.
window.
yeah, he still has the hole in the window.
That's Joe Kelly though. We're talking about like a guy that's gone to multiple World Series.
He has.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
good, but he has.
Oh no! I never said he had his team has gone to multiple World Series. He's just been there for the
He
ride.
could throw a good fastball.
He
If
can
you're
throw
looking
good
for window
punch.
Should
shot.
do a changeup at the window.
Mark, did you say he can throw a good uppercut?
No, I said he can throw a good window shot.
Oh,
That's really it,
But-
right?
yeah. I mean, we'll definitely have to wait and see what happens with all this, and hopefully in the next month or so we see changes that will spark that July 4th opening day.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that's all.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Really go
I'm tired
with.
of this crap.
I think that's all we got for today, though.
Yeah, we can just cut it.
Wait.
We got a lot out.
It's prayers up to Trey Mancini.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Great.
Gotta get that one out there.
Yeah, he'll probably miss the rest of the season, but I mean, as long as he's back by next season.
I mean,
He's gonna be.
Yeah, I just.
He's gonna
hope
be
he's
Carlos
safe.
Carrasco all over again.
Yeah.
Did that come out a while ago though?
Carlos Carrasco was last
So the
year.
Trey Mancini.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know when it actually came
I
out.
saw it today.
That
Yeah, I
came
saw it
out
today.
today. Yeah, that was recorded on Tuesday when we were recording this.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, anything else, guys?
I think
Nothing else
that's
but-
good enough for
I think we
today.
covered everything
Okay.
MLB.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.